It's Danielle Tringali from Team Tringali, and I have the pleasure of standing here with one of our amazing partners here, Craig Bourgeois of Pinnacle Mortgage. So I know a lot about Craig, but I wanted to introduce him to all of you guys because he's amazing. We work together every day, and I wanted all of you to get to know a little bit more about Craig. How are you?
Good, you?
Good. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Yeah,
so you and I have been working together for a while.
Yep.
I love working with you. All of our transactions are seamless. They're amazing. It's the way that it actually should be. Tell me, how did you get into this business?
I actually got into this business through my cousin, who was a referral partner of the owner of my company, that's how I met the owner of my company. Then I went and got licensed and came into business about 7.5 years ago. And then since then, it's funny how I got brought into the business by referral, and now that's how I basically taught how to grow my business. Now we grow our business by referrals.
Yeah.
I'm married. I have one son. He's a senior at Florida State College down in Florida. I've been married for 3 years, and I now reside in Haverhill, Massachusetts. Our home office is in Manchester, where my desk is located. I was born and raised in Manchester and lived in Bedford for about 12 years.
But you have offices all over.
Yeah.
And you do New Hampshire, you do Mass,
Florida.
So
we do all of New England. We do the Carolinas, Florida, Texas, Indiana, Pennsylvania, Ohio. We have offices in New Hampshire, and we have offices in Massachusetts, and then we have licensed loan officers all over the country in all those different states.
So what did you do before mortgages?
Before
did you have a life before mortgages?
Yeah, before mortgages, I was a truck driver. I drove trucks for Pepsi for 15 years.
That's so interesting.
And then decided to make a huge career switch, and I never looked back.
And what do you love about your business?
One thing I really love is basically seeing people's joy and finally having home ownership. Like I was telling you earlier, I had a client about 5 years ago that I helped that was buying a home. They came to me for a referral, like always, and we sat down, and they didn't think they could afford a home. They fell into the bucket of the USDA loans, which are loans you can get 100% financing living in northern New Hampshire, outside the cities. And the really good success story about them is that, and I still talk to them to this day, he literally texted me yesterday. And so their success about them is that it was good to see someone like that. They were so happy to close in the deal. When they closed, they actually got their appraisal money back, because back then there was a lot of seller concessions going on. So they literally, out-of-pocket expense for that house was zero.
I love that.
And so they got a check at closing, which was really cool to see. And then since then, I've seen them grow with that house. And they took that house. It was a very nice home, but they've really cleaned it up. Put a lot of love into that home. They've even started his own business. He was a detailer, doing some detailing and stuff. And he's been really successful ever since. And he sent me a lot of his referrals as well.
And you made client for life, which is what we're all about.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about Pinnacle, real quick.
So Pinnacle Mortgage. So we are founded in April 2015. We were voted the best of 603 last year for lenders in the state of New Hampshire, which is voted on by our peers, our clients, not necessarily just our own staff. So that was a really huge thing because we are a smaller broker. We're at about 50 employees right now. We started in 2015. There was 3 of them. I was the 4th guy in, and we've expanded since then. So we are a broker and a lender. So the broker mentality is that we have a ton of options for all of our clients. Like we really specialize with self-employed borrowers. A lot of lenders and banks don't necessarily have the right programs for that. We really specialize in that. We have a really good underwriting that understands how their whole business works and how their finances work. So that's really a big thing. But the broker mentality, it's really, I'm able to go out there and search for the best possible loan scenario for the client. Kind of like when you go to a used car dealership and they're pulling credit all these different places trying to find you the best loan. Same thing we do. We don't do that credit pull 17,000 times, but I take your scenario and I go look at all my different 40 different investors that I use and find that perfect home for you to get you the best rate and the best program for your situation.
And that's probably why you're so seamless every time that we work together.
Trying to get as simple as possible.
It is. And really quick, so last question. Why do you do this? Like what is your passion that fuels you every day to come in and be a mortgage broker?
I think it's seeing the joy in people's faces that definitely thought they could never buy a home, and then they own a home, they have pride in that home, and they really build that home up to their loving family and just make it their own. I think that's the biggest thing that I like to see, especially like that one client I talked about earlier. I like following all the things he's done over the years with his home, and I made it a home, not a house. So I think that's really where my joy is just finding people that that they thought they could never buy a home and get a solution in buying a home, because homeownership is huge. And especially right now with the rents and stuff going crazy, like that's where it's nice. We try to talk to some people that are renting and like they don't think they can buy. And there's a lot of programs out there we can get into another time that can really help them get into a home with fairly inexpensive.
Yeah, it's amazing to take people that don't think that they can get a home and show them the way and help them save or help them with their credit, whatever it is, and show them there is a path, because getting into a home, it changes their life and it changes 100%. The life of their family and their generations to come, which is
that's the best part of the whole job.
It really truly is.
And building relationships. We're all about, our company as a whole, it's all about relationships, not transactional. So we're all about the clients, taking care of those clients, take care of their friends, their family, their coworkers. So it's really the relationships you build and the friendships you gain.
Well, thank you so much for doing what you do, because we couldn't do what we do here without such amazing, partner like you. And I totally, totally appreciate you. So thank you for coming
Thanks
in
for having
today.
me today.
And thank you so much for everything.
Have a good day.